Family, in this video right here, we have insane videos that the media does not want you to see. We already know how the media censors most of the time what happens to be the truth because they don't want the mass majority of people to wake up to reality. Before we get into this video, I want to show you guys this private community that I have built out specifically for you watching this video right here. We already have different reviews. It's a great community. I have a mindset course, a fitness course, so I can help people, become more fit. A whole entire business section showing you how to start your own online business. An elite YouTuber's guide showing you how to start YouTube from A to Z. And all the algorithm secrets so you can make money and have a life of content creation if that's what you like. Or you could just come up just to chill, hang, and socialize. Just DM me, join to get access to this private community right here. It is so freaking lit. Everyone is positive. Everyone is growing up in this community. So just DM me, join at my Instagram, NoahJacob_TV to get access to that. Without further ado, let's get straight into this video and let's see what they're talking about.
I wasn't even going to post on this, and then I saw some clips that changed my mind, and I'll show you those in a moment. But first, Elon Musk yesterday, along with his son Little X, held a press conference in the Oval Office to discuss what
There's no way his son is named Little X. After Twitter, no way.
Doge is doing. And there was a hot mic that caught some of it. So first is this little gem.
To restore democracy. This may seem like bull.
You heard that too, right? You're not the president, you need to go away. I'll play the clip a second time. You watch and tell me if that's what he said.
To restore democracy. This may seem like...
That's what he said. That caught some of it. So first is this little gem.
To restore democracy. This may seem like bull.
You heard that too, right? You're not the president, you need to go away. I'll play the clip a second time. You watch and tell me if that's what he said.
To restore democracy. This may seem like...
That's what he said, but I'll go one better. Because he also said this.
The prices from one year to the next are the same, and their mortgage.
That one's clear as day. He says, "I want you to shut your mouth up." And there's already people who are like, "Out of the mouth of babes." But let me just put this out there for your consideration. A child this young doesn't have this profound moment where he tells off Trump. He just repeats things he's heard. So if he says you're not really the president, chances are someone has said that around him, and he's repeating it. When he says, "I want you to shut your mouth up," he's either heard someone say that to someone else, or someone has said that to him, and he's repeating it. Either scenario is pretty disturbing. But perhaps the question we should be asking is the same one that Shay Jordan Smith asked on Twitter, which is, why the is Elon Musk doing press briefings in the White House from the Oval Office?
I don't know. I guess disciplining your child doesn't really happen when you're the richest person in the world is what it seems like. Because that last one with the shut your mouth one looked pretty clear.
He's not an elected official. Why is he holding court in the Oval Office? Nothing about this is normal or good.
Can't make this stuff up. So Bill Gates wants to build a smart city in Arizona called Belmont. He's spent over $80 million buying 25,000 acres in an area west of Phoenix and west of Buckeye, along with other far-left billionaires, like the guy who owns diapers.com. Coincidentally, now there's been an increased risk of wildfires in the areas surrounding the proposed sites. And you guessed it, now insurance companies are starting to cancel wildfire policies in the areas.
No way.
Sounds familiar to something else, but I'm not saying anything. I'm just giving you some...
People think this woman's voodoo
Sounds
doll
familiar
is the
to
reason
LA.
the Chiefs lost. So there's a viral video of a woman using a voodoo doll on a Patrick Mahomes effigy at the Super Bowl. Now, if you watch the Super Bowl, you probably already know that the Chiefs were not playing at the best of their game. Specifically, Patrick Mahomes, people have pointed out how he seemed abnormally off the entire game. Now, because of how off the team was playing, people think that there was something else going on. That's where this woman with the voodoo doll steps in. If you don't know, voodoo and New Orleans are kind of synonymous with each other, and the Super Bowl happened in New Orleans. So after seeing this video, a lot of people think that there might have been a big background effort to sort of put voodoo magic onto the Chiefs and make them play badly. Now personally, I don't know if I really buy into this whole idea of voodoo magic being used against the chief, but I will say the way they were playing did seem very off, and it did kind of seem like they had a little bit of bad luck on their side. During the game, I sort of chalked it up to them being behind, and them just losing motivation because of how behind they were getting as the game went on. But now that I've seen this whole voodoo video, I don't know, maybe the Eagles should put this lady on their payroll.
I don't know, like, NFL is like one sports that is most known for like their scripted plays, like when the refs, that's just the stigma around NFL, and I could see it being true because the way he blew that game it looked like it was planned.
That crashed into the water off Shelter Island in San Diego. The incident briefly captured on video. Both pilots on the plane ejected. They were rescued by a fishing boat, then transferred to a Customs and Border Protection boat before they were taken to the hospital. They're reportedly in stable condition. Navy officials say the aircraft was an EA-18G Growler, a two-seater jet that specializes in electronic warfare. The Coast Guard safeguarding the wreckage in the San Diego.
So Area 51 just got hit by an earthquake, or did it? Well, there's nothing showing up on the USGS of an earthquake happening at Area 51. And you see all these marks here? Take a screenshot of it and come and ask me about it. Y'all know about MK, but do you know that there's several locations too? What about this testing spot? Oh, look at all these holes right here. Oh, ain't that interesting. Just to give you an idea, that's 545 feet each hole. And as you tell, there's a whole lot of them. Oh yeah, and don't forget about Area 6, that's right there next to it. Oh, and don't forget, to the southeast you have the Dense Plasma Focus Facility. So let's check out one of the M caves. As you see here, this is one that you can drive semi-trucks into. Here's the other one. Again, you can drive semi-trucks into. Look at the size of the trucks here, and they can pull in and out of this. And then you have a hiker that, you know, went missing. He found an M cave that you could walk.
Bro, that looks like it's from the video game Halo, but in reality, why is it that no one knows what goes on in these areas? They just have mad manufacturing systems and underground cities, and bro, that is insane.
Listen.
Weird noises in the sky.
Whoa. Stay inside, baby. What the f is that? Okay, but really, what the f? Please tell me you guys hear this. Wait for it. What the f?
That looked like the type of neighborhood to undergo an alien invasion. That neighborhood is just like too cookie cutter neighborhood, bro.
Dude, look at this shadow right here, man. Look how cool that looks. Dude, I used to never see these right here. Never. And look at all the I've never seen that in person but one other time, dude. Just look how crazy that looks. I mean, it goes all the way. Look at that, man. That's wild, ain't it? Probably the coolest thing I've ever seen, man. And look, there's even another one right there, it looks like maybe. But look, what are these things right here? What's that news guy's name again? I can't remember his name. He commented on one of my videos one time about these, just saying it was, you know, it was normal and blah, 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 blah. But I just think it's cool because I've never seen that before, but one other time. And I remember being a kid, and I don't ever remember. I remember being a kid, man, and I never saw these right here. Like, I never ever, or, I mean, those, it's just crazy stuff, man. It's pretty cool stuff.
Since we're all talking about Chelsea Clinton's wedding, I thought now might be a good time to remind you of this special guest here, right on the aisle at her wedding. That's Ghislaine Maxwell, in case you don't.
Look at this commercial with Tom Brady. And this is more truth in plain sight. This commercial was aired during the Super Bowl. And if you know what they are trying to tell you.
Who put these in, Tom? Only Duracell has power boost ingredients. That's why winners like Tom here only run on Duracell. Tom, are you okay? Why does everyone keep asking me that since the roast? I gotta go, Gronk's down.
So if you can't see, that is truth in plain sight. They are telling you without telling you what is really going on. And one has to wonder if this is even the same guy at all, because he's starting to look a little different these days. Or am I just being a little too paranoid? I don't know. But that commercial was really creepy. And again, it is more truth in plain sight.
Okay, so this is the wildest. That is, I don't know if you can hear it, that is a cop drone. So they're actively looking for somebody. It followed the neighbor up the stairs. Okay, cops everywhere.
Not a proper unit.
That's insane. Bro, next thing you know, the cop drone's gonna have little ARs on the side and start shooting civilians. I'm like, oh snap, what's going on?
People feel smarter than GPT-4. Okay, how many of you think you're still gonna be smarter than GPT-5?
I was expecting more hands here.
I don't think I'm gonna be smarter than GPT-5, and I don't feel sad about it, because I think it just means that we'll be able to use it to do incredible things. And, you know, like, we want more science to get done. We want to enable researchers to do things they couldn't do before. This is like the long history of humanity. It does feel a little different this time because of what this can enable. But if scientists can do things because they have like a crazy high IQ tool and they can focus more on figuring out the right questions to ask, address things quicker, do their search space faster, that's just a win for all of us. So we're thrilled to get to enable.
Great white. Great white.
Hey, I mean, it depends what type of smart you're talking about. Are you just talking about random information? Or are you talking about street smart? Like walking down one of these blocks in the Bronx. I already know ChatGPT ain't gonna be able to tell someone what to do when a dude come up from behind them and start going crazy on you. You know?
Hey, white shark. I'm out of here. Oh, mate, get out of the rudder. Oh, mate, get out of the rudder.
Did he just tell the shark to get out of the water?
There's a huge great white behind me.
That is a beautiful view, I'm not gonna lie. Very beautiful view.
Following me. He's still behind me. He's going at my rudder. He's following me.
I mean, you went fishing, you found a fish.
He's still here. He's still behind me.
Now he's running away from the fish.
He's still following me. He's got a distance, but he could swim up on me at any moment. Tangaroa, please. Get me home safe, Tangaroa.
John Blitch, his interview was fascinating.
I'm not gonna lie, I've watched so many videos of people in the water with sharks that I feel like I know how to handle one. You just put your hand on their nose and guide them the other way, you feel me? That's all you gotta do.
That he was potentially abducted even as a child. He would see them outside his window just staring in. And then as an adult, said I would do this bike ride because the pressure of my job was just intense. This one bike ride, there are 5 hours unaccounted for. He said my wife called the police and it's almost like I just like closed my eyes and opened them. And he said it was just a little darker outside. And he said he was the most tired he's ever been. And then he went into a gas station, chugged so much Gatorade, walked out, and the police were like, hey, are you John or whatever? He's like, yeah. He's like, okay. Well, you've been missing. Your wife called in. They're concerned about you. Can we give you a ride home?
And he couldn't remember anything besides that.
So, no. But then he talks about there was one night he was visited. He said the only way I could describe it was a giant praying mantis. But it could speak to me telepathically.
Tim Alvarino talked about it.
Yeah, he did.
Insectoland.
But he talked about this thing was speaking with him telepathically and basically along the lines of like, stop squirming, let us do our test. We can never hurt your soul. Then he woke up, said, I noticed on my arm 3 bruises inside my arm. Something had grabbed.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
No one is talking about Jay-Z's watch that he wore at the Super Bowl. This is a $3 million watch by Richard Mille. This is a RM66 Flying Tourbillon, and it is in an orange-red sapphire. Okay, you need to look at the symbolism in this watch. I mean, we're talking about a watch here. There is a skeleton.
Bro, a $6 million watch? Imagine look up a $6 million home. Imagine having that joint right there. Crazy. They probably spent at most $5K to make the watch.
And with the devil horns, and above it you can see a skull, and you can see that it's red, and it's called the RM66. Also see little stars between the fingers, and when you turn it around you can see the inside of the hands. But this is absolutely great.
I'm not trying to alarm you, but tech billionaires are buying luxury apocalypse bunkers. This is not a conspiracy theory. This has been a trend among rich people, specifically among Silicon Valley rich people, for a while. Like Mark Zuckerberg has a $100 million compound in Hawaii, and underneath it is an apocalypse bunker. But I have a really interesting question about this, because the practice itself seems sensible to me. If I were a billionaire, I would probably have a bunker, because you don't know what's going to happen. And especially among tech billionaires who know that they're currently using AI to try to build an artificial god, which will likely be insane. So here's my question. Once you have your bunker, they of course are going to need muscle. They'll need tough guys to protect the bunker and to keep order inside. So let's just say that a few years from now, Mark Zuckerberg gets the call. His AI team says, hey, good news, we have successfully built a computerized Cthulhu. As suspected, it has gone mad and has declared that it is going to bring about 1,000 years of darkness. So they and their chosen survivors all go down into their luxury bunkers where they will be safe. At that point, what's to stop the muscle from just taking over? Like, they don't do that now because they're getting paid, but once things have collapsed, money won't be a thing anymore. If the biggest henchman says, this is my bunker now, what's the argument against it? That the billionaire has a little piece of paper that says he owns this property? What would that mean down here? What does he say when this guy just grabs that piece of paper and eats it? Do you see what I'm saying? Their billions can build the bunker, but the moment they're forced to use it, they're nobody.
And they tell you the truth, like always.
The alien ambassador is already here.
Whoa.
Not her. Him.
Hey, what's up, dude? You're an alien? All famous people are aliens. I'm not. I meant like really famous people.
It's just so obvious. I'll show you more in a second. But really quick, let me ask you this. Why is every Super Bowl, every Olympics, and any other main event always consumed by aliens?
Bro, not only that, bro. It just said Area 51. I'm not bugging out. They just walked into Area 51.
Whoa.
Not her. Him.
Hey, what's up, dude? You're an alien? All famous people are aliens. I'm not. I meant like really famous people.
It's just so obvious. I'll show you more in a second. But really quick, let me ask you this. Why is every Super Bowl, every Olympics, and any other main event always consumed by aliens?
Bro, they have some stuff going on over there.
And of course, they're showing mantis aliens. Teen girl abducted by praying mantis aliens. And this right here was the first alien commercial for this Super Bowl. Look at his hand. Why would he do that? It's not rocket science, y'all. They're saying that all the famous people are alien because they're not of this earthly plane, but of this outer dimension. And you know, these white aliens are supposed to be the good aliens out of all the other aliens that help humanity. Kind of like, you know, when those fallen angels came down to help humanity. And white trying to appear pure because, you know, Satan masquerades as an angel of light. Remember, like, Kendrick was surrounded by the people in white the entire time and they were the only ones left standing? Not everyone that looks human is human, and there's a great delusion coming, and they're straight up telling you. Remember Lil Wayne's I am not a human? And the worship of these fallen angels.
Sheesh. Massive floods due to extreme rainfall. In Brazil again? Bro, this is not the first time this has happened. I think this happened back in 2023. And then in the event that was right before the flooding, they were like straight up mocking God, which is crazy.
Musk's welfare payment failed due to facial recognition technology, so he was forced to stick on black tape as eyebrows. Okay, even we found it a bit funny. But we've done some digging, and the whole situation is more serious than it seems. Thailand's digital welfare ID uses facial recognition to authenticate people during transactions, like using a person's face as a barcode. This woman, who reportedly travelled a long distance, was actually denied food after the intrusive system failed to recognise her. The UK government recently announced plans to digitise people's driving
I'm not gonna lie, that sound retarded as hell. Why they got that going on over there?
licenses, and we use facial recognition checks to verify people. Make no mistake, a digital ID is very different to a physical ID. At their worst, they can be misused for mass surveillance, to curb people's liberties, and can be abused for the tracking, targeting, or differential treatment of marginalised groups. That's why we're campaigning to enshrine your right to use non-digital ID in law.
An alleged photo of an interdimensional NHI posted by Stephen Greer. The figure behind the man is an alien and is supposedly performing a healing. So far it looks okay, although it's very dark. But now look at the face of the man being healed. What is that?
Now, how the hell are we supposed to know what this is with this whack ass quality? Come on now. What kind of question is that?
Submerged objects, also known as USOs, the Epstein client list, the origins of COVID-19.
Hey, can anyone tell me what this is? There's like a glowing streak in the sky, and it's weird because if you look, the moon's on this side, right up there. I don't know if you can see it. What the hell is this?
Google has changed the name of the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America, but there is a catch. People using Google Maps in the US will see Gulf of America, and
No
people
way.
in Mexico will see Gulf of Mexico. Everyone else in the world will see
I'll
both
check right now.
names. The change follows an executive order by US President Donald Trump renaming the Gulf to honor American greatness.
It is Gulf of America. What the hell?
Watching this clip, right? Has above, so below, right? Guys, I made the connection. It's gonna blow your mind that we knew all along what this remind you of. What this is remind you of, y'all. Watch this. Look, I'm not supposed to be holding on to this phone, but my mind cannot stop, and I feel like I should share this. Whenever I watch something, I connect dots. That's me. And whenever you're watching something, when they're showing you books in those movies, take the titles. They are telling you something. But this is a big ass camera, y'all. I'm gonna show you guys. This is what they did not wanna tell us what that is, y'all. I'm gonna show you guys what that is. You guys ready? Just tell me if I'm onto something, man. TikTok, this is not facts. This is not true. Alright? Alright, guys, check this out. TikTok, this is not true. This is not facts. Alright? So you guys, take a second and read this and tell me what you think.
Alright, I guess we'll take a second to read. This is the pyramid has narrow air shafts in both the king's and queen's chambers, which will likely intend for ventilation or symbolic reasons, mirror the idea of focused light passage into a dark place. The camera obscura works by allowing a small amount of light to pass through a tiny hole into a dark chamber, projecting an inverted image on the opposite surface. If the pyramid's chambers were completely sealed, alright, let's hear what he has to say.
They have been lying to us, yo. It's too obvious now.
I'm not gonna lie, this first video was the wildest. I'm not gonna lie, that kid right there with little X, sheesh. Man told the president to shut his mouth. The hell, man. So I do need to give a quick mention again for the community right here. I want you guys to get in this community because I want it to grow. And I just really want to interact with you guys more than just further than just these YouTube videos right here. So just DM me to join this private community literally made for you guys so we can all interact and grow together. DM me, join I Know Jacob TV. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Same way you're gonna catch me in the next one. Peace. Love ya.